Did you know in 2005 that Detroit was the nation's poorest big city with 1 in 3 residents in below the federal poverty line? This was cited in the Detroit Free Press on August 31st. Inner city poverty programs need to be implemented as those in poverty need to get more education to help get out of poverty. My credibility comes from research conducted on inner city poverty, as well as talking things over with my mom, who grew up in inner city Detroit. Detroit should help reduce inner city poverty by implementing better programs for individuals. Today I'll be discussing 2 problems with inner city poverty, as well as 2 solutions to these issues. There are many problems that need to be addressed, but I will just be going over 2 that I think are pretty important. Some of the problems that I would like to discuss today is that many individuals have no income or low income, and adolescents do not have the support and foundations to make better life choices. Starting off with problem 1, many individuals in the city have low to no income. According to Peggy Smith's article, Workforce Development as Promising Approach to Improving Health Disparities Among Young Males, found in the winter 2004 issue of Journals of Men's Studies, they found that at-risk young males put into their workforce development program called Bootstrap had considerable increases in achieving their high school diplomas, as well as a small increase in GEDs, as well as increased satisfaction with their jobs, and they got more earnings and wages, and a better positive work environment, as well as decreased risky behaviors such as drugs and smoking. Problem 2 that I would like to discuss is that adolescents are have a decrease of support and foundation in the inner city. This hinders their chance to make better life choices in the inner city. According to John Bolleren's article, Development and Risk Behavior Among African American, Caucasian, and Mixed Race Adolescents Living in High Poverty in Inner City Neighborhoods, found in the 2007 issue of American Journal of Community Psychology, he states that youths growing up in the low-income inner-city neighborhoods are at a substantial risk for substance abuse, violent behavior, and sexual intercourses at early ages, and continue to have this comparatively throughout the high rates throughout adolescence. Also, according to Kristen Litton's article, A Prevention Program Designed for Inner City, High School Adolescents Combat Learned Helplessness and Depression, found in the September 1999 issue of Dissertation Abstracts International, states that adolescents living in urban environments are more likely to be at risk for academic failure, poverty, gang-related activities, and early death related to no health care, as well as violence. I discussed some of the problems that need to be addressed. Now I would like to go over some solutions that we can implement together. Solutions for inner city that we can implement are volunteering for programs to help youth and writing our representatives to help fund programs. Volunteering for programs implemented to help youth in the inner city is one way to bring awareness to the issues in Detroit, as well as putting work into improving a young person's life and their outlook on their life. According to Betty Chambers, Success for All, Evaluating an Early Intervention Program for Children at Risk of School Failure, found in the fall 1998 issue of Canadian Journal of Education. By putting at-risk children in an early intervention group, they were at a greater chance of success through school, as well as increased graduation rates from high school, and their rates were increased compared to the control group. Later on in life, they had higher levels of employment. Earnings were achieved. Their earnings were higher as well than the at-risk for the risk children in the intervention group, and they had higher chances for supporting themselves in the long run. Continuing on, they had better behavior. They were involved in less crime, unwanted pregnancies than the children in the control group. According to the Los Angeles Centennial, on June 17, 1998, research has shown that safe havens for boys and girls ages 6 to 16 are logical continuations of Head Start. Such havens provide help with homework, direction by responsible adults, and safe passage through adolescence into a risky society. One organization that I decided to implement for this speech is Detroit Pale. I retrieved it from Ways to Volunteer, the information from Ways to Volunteer at DetroitPale.org, and it allows volunteers to help youths in the inner city Detroit by participating as coaches, scorekeepers, assistant managers, as well as field preparations and landscaping. The partnership with the group is with the Detroit Police Station and community volunteers. The program aims to teach motivation and confidence through learning sports. They've helped over 10,000 children each year. My last solution that I would like to discuss is writing representatives of Detroit about helping individual programs and to initiate funding for more programs or programs that have already been implemented. According to the Michigan House of Representatives at house.mi.gov, I found that 3 representatives that represent Detroit, their emails are they are John Olumba, which is John Olumba at house.mi.gov, Rosemary Robinson at rosemaryrobinson at house.mi.gov, as well as Rashida Tlaib at house.mi.gov. The solutions I discussed are some of the ways to help out individuals in Detroit, in the inner city of Detroit. The programs that I would like to the problems that I would like to address are that individuals in the city with no or low income and adolescents not having the support and foundation to make better life choices. The solutions that I'd like to implement are volunteering for programs to train workers to have more skills, as well as helping youth programs like Detroit Pale, as well as writing our state representatives of Detroit to initiate more funding for programs or exciting programs, or existing programs. They're exciting. Again, I would like to urge you to contact your state representatives. The ones from Detroit I will list in the section below, as well as on Blackboard. Thank you.